Hello, everyone, and good Memorial Day to you. I hope you find the time today to be with friends and family and to simply enjoy each other's company and maybe some good food as well. Well, here we are, week 5. Hard to believe that we're already in the very last days of this class. It's been a good few weeks for me. I've looked forward to our discussions as well as your comments and insights on the various assignments of this course. I was quite moved reading through your responses to the personal hero question and how many of you see the people in your own lives as heroes. I think that's very powerful stuff, especially in the way you have supportively engaged each other over some of your more personal reflections. Thank you for that. You've also done good work on these films. Honestly, I'm surprised each time by the new and richer insights and the particular perspectives that you bring to Beckett, Romero, and the Lord of the Rings, the Fellowship of the Ring. It's been a pleasure reading your insights and talking with you. You have all really zeroed in on what matters and found the way these films connect, especially thematically. I think each time that the students who have come before you have exhausted these films and what we can get out of them, but no. Each time important new insights emerge through the thoughtful lenses that you bring. So good work, and thank you for keeping me also intellectually and personally engaged in this remarkable story of the moral hero in our midst. At the beginning of this course, you may remember that the syllabus and my notes and some of my early comments told you that this course is essentially about you. In most respects, I said you are the subject of Hume 310. So the course is designed to prompt that kind of important self-assessment and reflection. In the final week of the course, this week, we go at this pretty intensely, exploring 3 different ways to reach tentative conclusions. Now, tentative is a key word. Life doesn't stop when we reach conclusions about life, does it? It keeps happening, calling our conclusions into question, testing them, forcing us to live on them, and affirming sometimes, modifying sometimes, or tossing them out altogether in favor of some other tentative conclusion. So tentative matters. Nobody's being asked to drive a permanent stake in the ground or to sign their name in blood to this, but this is an important activity of saying, well, where am I now? Where do I stand on this? And what have I learned? And what does this have to do with how I live my life? So the discussion question for this week is the first way. It's designed to help you do some big picture thinking, to step back from the course, so to speak, and all you've done and all you've thought about and all you've written about, to ask what, if any, impact has all of this work had on you. You've been reading different sources, watching films, writing about your lives. What difference has all this made in you? The 2 questions for the discussion questions are prompts. As prompts, they're designed to kind of get the water flowing, like priming the pump. But feel free to share whatever you think is important. But try to focus on responding to those 2 questions and to each other. I really love it when you talk to each other. The second way is the reflection paper. Now, there's not as much work to do this week, but it's not less important work. The same is true about your final reflection paper. It's a final project related to your life mapping. Over the last few weeks, you've created time events, timeline, you've done relationships mapping, you've done some spirituality reflection. Through these exercises, you've learned, discovered, and rediscovered a great deal about your beliefs and values, relationships, and your spirituality, your worldview, the way you see yourself in the world. Some of that has surprised you. Much has affirmed you, and for a few of you, it's been a really difficult journey with some tried to forget memories. Now's your opportunity to step back and try to put it all together, reflecting critically on all of this, and to share, of course, always what you're comfortable sharing. You're asked to write a 2 to 3 page personal reflection on your completed life map. Yes, the syllabus says 4 to 5. I'm not a page counter. I'll kind of leave the link up to you. The syllabus provides a set of prompts to help you with this paper. But there are prompts. This is your own assessment of your own life journey, so write about your journey in the way you want your life to be understood. By the way, as I've noted before, this final week is supposed to have a synchronous session that isn't going to happen. I do, however, invite you to include or organize your final reflection by responding to these 5 questions. What inspired me? What surprised me? What was life-giving? What was life-taking? What did I learn about God and or myself? These are sometimes called the examine questions and are tools to help focus your thinking. But again, you don't have to use any of these, but perhaps they'll be helpful to you. The third reflection piece is called the ontology project. I'm not going to go a great deal into this for this paper because the syllabus does a really good job of explaining what this is all about. But this final project invites you to exercise your creative self. The questions in the syllabus or the directions in the syllabus are thorough and I think fairly plain. If they aren't, if you're confused by that, get in touch with me right away. Ask questions as soon as possible. Don't wait till the very last minute for this. And finally, please don't forget to do the online class evaluation that's available to you in week 5. It matters to me, the college, and to the students that follow you. Well, enough of all that. Let me end today's video simply by saying that I've enjoyed this ride with you. I hope it has been meaningful for you. I'll communicate with you one more time, a sort of a farewell speech in several days. But until then, traveling mercies.